In the 1950s, a strange ball of light was seen moving across western skies. Alarmed, the US government dispatched an elite team of emergency response vehicles known as the Protectobots. They had the sole aim of analyzing and, if necessary, eliminating the threat. The ball of light then disappeared over the horizon, plunging the world into darkness. It was, in fact, the sun, and it soon returned the next day. The Protectobots, however, did not, and their whereabouts remains a mystery.
Hey YouTube, Magnum Prime here, taking part in the Toys, Figures and Robots event organised by the brilliant Rudy Zazoo. And I've been racking my brains about what to do for this video. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if somebody unboxed a sealed G1 Defensor right here on YouTube as part of this? So yeah, let's do that. So I got this, and look at it, it's brilliant. It's obviously a KO, but it's got a red hot spot, so you can kind of pretend it's Guard City. Really expensive transformer that I really want, but it costs £2 and yeah, I haven't got that to spend on a Guard City. So I thought I'd get this instead. And then I was thinking, actually, wouldn't it be better if instead of doing that, somebody actually got carded original G1 Protectobots, all four of the Limbots, and unseal them instead. Yeah, let's do that, shall we? So it's quite nerve-wracking this, because I only get one take at each of these. I can't recreate it if I screw the video up in some way, but oh well, here we go. We're gonna go in. First aid's first up. Oh, bit of resistance on the card there. We've gone 2 layers deep on the cardboard. Yes, look at that. Beautiful. Wow. He's like crispy, fresh, brand new. Look at that. Okay, next up is Groove. And you can see on this one actually that there's no yellow discoloration at all on this. You can see right through the bubbles, that's pretty good. It's a little bit damaged on there at the top, so I don't feel too bad about breaking this one out. It looks like he's been slowly trying to chip his way free for the last 30 years. So yeah, here we go, let's get him free. Come on, Groove, maximum effort. Look at that, what a beaut. My God, he's shiny. That is proper shiny. The metal's a little, kind of, not grufty. It's got a little bit of a tinge to it, but the chrome work is beautiful. Okay, next up it's Streetwise. I do like Streetwise, he's like mini Prowl, isn't he? Okay, here we go. Bit of resistance. Oh, look at that. That is so cool. So I feel like I've probably done enough damage to seal G1 originals by now. So I was thinking maybe you should just leave blades in his packet and, you know, just call it a day. I don't know. Nah, let's go for it. Come on, blades. You're getting freed as well. It wouldn't be right to leave you stuck in that plastic prison. Oh, look at that. Proper, crispy fresh, no discoloration at all. I'm so relieved. Wow. So here they all are in the glorious bot mode, and I'll just address the elephant in the room at the beginning of this before I waffle a bit about these, and it's the fact of opening them. And, you know, some people might think it's a little bit sacrilegious. If you want to enjoy these things as sealed examples, kind of preserving them, that's fine, that's the value for you. But for me, I really did get these because I wanted to open up an original that wasn't a knockoff, wasn't a reissue. I wanted the original thing, And you know, these are going to go on display. I'm never going to sell these regardless, you know, so it wasn't about the monetary value of these or the preservation. It was about getting something original and enjoying it as it was enjoyed originally. And I can tell you, it's absolutely fantastic experience. Now, you will have noticed, obviously, Groove hasn't got a chest. So some of the experience of getting old toys is obviously that they're not always in the condition that they originally started in. And, you know, I mentioned his chest was a little bit grufty, so I've kind of got that soaking in a little bit of white wine vinegar, which is a little tip I've picked up from some G1 restoration videos along the way, because I've actually got another combiner team with metal chests, which I'll show up in a video at some point. They needed a similar treatment, and it really works a treat, actually. Really buffs them up quite well, I'm happy to report. So yeah, here they are, and obviously I'm going to put Groove's chest back on. I could have edited this out, but I didn't. I thought it'd be good to show. I'm going to sticker them up, obviously, because I've got the stickers, but also, more importantly, I actually got, so that I could do this properly and do it justice, I bought a pretty damn good conditioned hotspot. So he's come with all his combiner bits and a box, which I don't really need, actually, because like I say, these guys are going on the shelf. But there you go, he came with it. So yeah, I'm going to sticker them up, combine them up, and we'll take a proper look. So here we are, all stickered up, and yes, I do know on the previous clip, Hotspot's chest plate was flipped down, very annoying, but by the time I'd realised it, I'd already put all the stickers on, so couldn't really go back and reshoot it. Just one of those continuity things that happens sometimes on YouTube. Anyway, they look absolutely brilliant, and there's something awesome about G1 bots with stickers on, all looking minty fresh. They just pop, they really do. Some of them are a bit ropey. I had to trim a couple, particularly on blades, just to get them slotted into where they go, but my word, they do really look good. Even Groove, who's like one of the worst bots of anything ever, still looks bloody handsome with all his stickers on. I wasn't too sure where to put these little ones. The instructions had them in one place, and then I've seen some pictures with them in another, but I kind of went with sticking them on the hands there. Seemed appropriate. So yeah, all in all, they look pretty fantastic. Let's combine them. Alright, here we are, all ready to go, combine the bits on and all that kind of stuff. I did think about switching these two around, but I'm going to stick to the classic formation for now and have streetwise on the leg. And something that's occurred to me as I was putting these together is how sorry I feel for the limb bots, because they're basically getting their head inserted into another bot, aren't they? True of all G1 combiners, of course, except for Streetwise. He's got his own independent poking device. Very, very smart move there. Okay, here we go. So here he is, all combined up, and oh my word, it looks absolutely fantastic to me. And sorry for those of you who've kind of stuck with G1 throughout your adult collecting, this is going to be a bit waffly, apologies, but you know, I sold off all my kind of original stuff in 2011, 2012, big regret of mine, and I never went back to it. I think probably because it was such a big regret. I came back into collecting through a chance pickup of a movie figure, and that snowballed, as these things do, because they're quite addictive, aren't they, Transformers? From there I went to Chug, classic stuff, then on to Masterpiece and third party, and it's only a recent thing that I've got back into G1, and it's really hit me like a train, actually, just how good some of these things look. They're not articulate, particularly, in fact they're quite limited in that respect, but they just look so great. And if you've been watching any of my videos over the last year, you'll know that I've got into third-party legends in quite a big way. I've got quite a big collection, actually, of those, and they look bloody great with G1 combiners. Somehow it just works. So, well, it does to me anyway, and I'm sure I'm probably not the first to observe that, but anyway, just a little thing that I've kind of noticed. Pretty awesome stuff. So yeah, proper excited to get this, as I'm sure you can tell, and it's actually the first G1 Defensor that I've ever seen. I did have Groove as a kid, and my brother had Blades, and I think Streetwise, and I've seen a First Aid somewhere along the way, but I've never seen a Hotspot, and therefore by default I've never seen Defensor. So proper cool stuff. It's a real treat for me. And you know, because this is a YouTube video review of sorts, it wouldn't be complete without a little comparison, would it? So here he is next to my Bruticus that I picked up. This is a knockoff, but is shockingly good quality. It's quite scary actually how good that is. And also a Menasor, which is an original. This is fully restored by my good self. I spent a lot of time bringing this back to its former glory. That's a video for a different day. And a Superion torso, why not? Just waiting for aerial bots to insert into the sockets there. So that's a work in progress, that one. But yeah, he's Defensor looks so cool. Proper holds his own against the G1 combiners, definitely. Proper imposing presence, looks good. Just brilliant, brilliant stuff. And in case you were wondering, because we're doing comparisons, what happened to Guard City? Well, I'm happy to report I took him out the packet, built him up, and he's big. He's bigger than Defensor. He's an upscaled version. I didn't realise that, it wasn't obvious from the packet. And he's not very good, I will say that, because Hotspot's arms just snapped off mid-transformation. I'm not even sure they were attached in the first place. I'm not fully convinced, to be honest. So he's got the dubious honour of being only the second transforming robot that I've ever broken as an adult. The first one being MP Hound, which started off this whole channel. So there we go. There's a bit of a full circle from last January to this January. And yeah, I think before that it was like, it was a toy when I was a kid. I can't remember which one, but it was something in the early 90s. So there we go. He's not very good. So there we go. I really enjoyed making this, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it too. And look, if you've got a G1 sealed figure at home and it's kind of niggled at you as to whether to open it or not, I can only recommend you open it. Go and grab that thing and rip it open and enjoy it. You've enjoyed it sealed and pristine. Now you can have it open and you can enjoy the toy as well. So there you go. It's like a win-win situation. And if you haven't got a G1 sealed thing and you wonder what it's like, they're actually, in some cases, not that unachievable. Yes, the vast majority are ridiculously expensive, but there are examples where it's not. And this whole set, I managed to put it together, including Hotspot, for less than the vast majority of masterpieces. So it can be done. So there we go, final thoughts. Look, enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the Toys, Figures and Robots convention. It's been put on by Rudy Zazoo and a whole host of brilliant YouTubers putting out great content. They've got great channels. Go and subscribe to them. Go and check them out. Take care, stay safe, and bye for now.